Hey, it's just so Trish, and this is another part. Actually, is the next to the last one in the series with Amanda from the Fundamental Home. And I never even planned or thought of this topic until our conversations, and it got rolling, and I was like, oh my goodness. So, internet social skills is a real thing. I mean, you ever get blasted with inappropriate text? So, anyways, she really gets into just a really great aspect of internet social skills being a requirement, and it kind of rolled into, internet being a valuable resource is where it came from. Next week, just kind of cliffhanger, our last one is next week, and we're done for April, and it talks about just getting your kids into college. And so cliffhanger, so you should be waiting for that. When it does come up, I will throw up a playlist actually of all the videos so far with Amanda at the Fundamental Home. So I hope you enjoy this, and tell us what you think about just the aspect of preparing your children to be socially prepared for the internet. Not just like internet safety, but like how to conduct themselves. And is it even something you've thought of? Because to be honest with you, I haven't thought about it. I kind of was like, So here we go. We'll let Amanda take it away. And don't forget to subscribe. If you don't already subscribe to me, let me tell you the benefit of subscribing to me. You will get my videos when I get them up. And then you're not having to look for me. You're not having to find my videos. And typically I maintain a schedule. You definitely want to get over there and subscribe to Amanda at the Fundamental Home, because she's done video every day of April and has just done an amazing job at that. So here we go, and we will see you next week with Amanda.
Well, I do think the internet's important. It's not necessary, but I do think it's important, and I do think it's valuable. We have always tried to pay for it. Since our children were middle school and higher, we like to have it in our home. Because there's so much that you almost have to learn now, as far as dealing with computers, dealing with like learning Microsoft Word. We make sure our children know how to do a PowerPoint. They have a touch of Excel by the time they leave. We kind of want them to understand, we think it's really super important to teach our children internet safety. And we do a lot of things on the internet. I mean, obviously I have a blog, we have the YouTube channel. My husband has a YouTube channel. My daughter has a YouTube channel. She's getting ready to start a new one. And so
you mean a second one, or just change over and create a new one?
She's going to create a new one. The one that she had when she was younger was for American Girl dolls, but now she's turning 13, and she wants to kind of branch into a different direction. So that's what she's doing. But I mean, they have to be able to handle social media. They have to be able to deal with email and the realities of life, especially if they're going to college. If they're going to college, they have to be able to function on email and social media. Because a lot of our boys' classes, they have group texts, they have group emails, they have a lot of messaging back and forth on different social media sites. And you have to be able to function in those things. You have to be able to search the internet for references and resources for papers without freaking out that you're going to see the wrong thing. They have to be able to maneuver on the internet if you're heading in that direction. So we definitely start that in middle school, and that's a whole nother ball. That's a whole ball of wax right there, how we do that.
We could do a whole nother homeschool one on that one.
I could do a whole thing on how we teach our children about the internet, but I think it's important. I think it's necessary. The internet is a necessary tool for a homeschool, in my opinion. You don't have to have it to teach your children math and English and science and history and all of those things. But if your child is going to be prepared for college, they need to understand how to be on the internet and how to maneuver on it safely.
If you shelter them and make them naive to it, then they definitely won't be protected to guard their innocence.
Exactly.
And I'm a big believer of that. I could have a whole realm on that one. Just, you need to make sure your children are not naive.
Yeah. The fact is, I mean, if we take them in public, they're going to see some things that we would prefer them not see. Go to any mall there's Victoria's Secret, and there's my boys walking right by it, all kinds of stuff just hanging everywhere. And I think that's the big thing. Like, parents are like super stressed that their children are going to see inappropriate clothing and things on the internet. But if you walk around Walmart in the summertime, you're going to see some things. So
welcome to the South.
Exactly.
They're in flip-flops and a bikini up in Walmart.
Exactly. So, I mean, you can't, some things are just there, and they have to be prepared to deal with it, and they have to be prepared to deal with it in the right way. Now, that doesn't mean they should seek it out, but I think a lot of the things that we've seen, because we, as homeschoolers, we always know those sheltered families, right? There are those out there that really want to ultra shelter their children, and I understand their fear, but God hasn't given us a spirit of fear, but a power and a love and of a sound mind. So we don't have to live in that world of fear. You just have to be wise. And so we have to teach them to deal with things safely, because a lot of times when they shelter them, and they've seen this now that they're in college, my boys have, the kids that were super sheltered bust all out in college. They go for it all. And you see evidence of this when you watch television and you see those families that were ultra sheltered, and all of a sudden crazy things happen. And it's because they just went a little too far. And I think that if it's not this temptation, oh, what's on the internet, I need to check that out, then there's no temptation for them to actually go seeking that out. They know, oh, the internet is, it's like a encyclopedia in a laptop. I just use it for reference and resource, and it's not for anything like that.